Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to my video. And this is the part 2 of the series. And inside of today's video, we are going to learn and explore about UFW, which is nothing but a firewall, which we can set up to our virtual machine. So, what is a firewall? Firewall is nothing but it's like a security guard to your server or your virtual machine. So basically, what it does is it blocks the incoming network traffic from various IPs as well as to various ports. So it can operate on both layer 4 as well as layer 3. It depends on how we configure our firewall. So in today's video, we are going to block the incoming request to certain ports, and we are going to explore a little bit into it and understand what is actually happening. So let's get right into it. So as you can see, this is our virtual machine over here, which is nothing but YouTube at YouTube, and this is our local machine. So first of all, since you guys have just come here, we are going to like run a command over here, which is nothing but sudo apt update update and sudo apt upgrade. So you're going to run this command first. I have already ran it, so I don't have to do it again. So just run this command so that your virtual machine gets updated and is up to date. So once you're done with that, guys, what we are going to do is go to your local machine. Okay, this tab is nothing but a local machine tab. So I'm going to type in a command which basically checks if the connection request is successful or not. So we are going to send that network request to our virtual machine. How would we do that? So we are going to use this command nc zv and the IP address of your virtual machine. In my case, it's going to be this, and the port which you want to access. So right now, SSH is the port 22, and we have established an SSH connection already. So port 22 should be open. So we are going to go with port 22 and enter. As you can see, it says that connection to this IP port TCP/SSH, which is an SSH connection, okay, is succeeded. That's awesome. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to go back to our virtual machine and we are going to enable the firewall. So I'll run this command sudo superuser do UFW enable, and yes, why? So what this does is it basically enables the firewall in your virtual machine. Now let's try to run the same command and check if there was a successful connection or not. The same command over here, and as you can see, I have clicked on enter and still it is trying to establish a connection. But what is happening is it is unable to establish the connection, and there is no response from the server. So let's cancel this out for now, clear this up, and let's go back to our virtual machine. And what we're going to write is we are going to add a rule saying sudo UFW uncomplicated firewall allow 22. So that is the port number slash what kind of connection. It is a TCP, right? TCP enter. So this is going to add a new rule saying that server, please allow my connection to port 22, right? So since the rule is added, let's go back to our local machine and let's run the same command once again. As you can see right here, the connection is successful. So now what actually happened was the connection is not rejected because the port 22 was allowed by the firewall. And if you try for any other port, it's going to not accept any connection, right? So this is the power of firewall. Now what we are going to do is let us enable some other port to check. So since we know that HTTP has a default port of 80, let's try for port number 80. Okay, so from our local machine, we have already tried this. Let me try it again. It is not establishing a connection, right? So let's clear this out. And now let's go back to virtual machine. Here we are going to type in the same command sudo UFW allow this time around 80/TCP. Now it says that the rule is being added to your port number 80/TCP. So now according to the rules, we are we are going to get the connection, right? We are supposed to basically. So let's run the same command in our local machine and check. But as you guys can see, it still doesn't establish a connection. So why is it so? So the thing here is, here we are blocking inside the virtual machine, right? So this UFW operates inside the virtual machine, but this server basically is owned by Microsoft Azure. So they have their special rules. So we have to go to our virtual machine in the Azure portal, and from here just go to the network settings, and then once this is loaded, you have to create a port rule. So we are saying that we are going to allow, we are going to create an inbound security rule. So we are saying that we are going to allow certain ports from the portal itself. So there is two layers of security here. Even if your UFW is enabled in your virtual machine, you have to come back to your portal where the virtual machine is hosted. From there, you have to also add that port rule over here. So we are going to go with port number 80 and going to say that protocol TCP is going to be the protocol which is operating over here, and priority is 310. You can just keep a little higher priority, or I should say lower priority than the SSH. So let's go add it up. So it's going to create a security rule. Once it is created, as you can see that here there's port 80 TCP protocol, and source is any, destination is any. So basically we are saying that at port 80, please allow a TCP protocol connection, okay, from source of any, okay, and we don't bother about destination as of now. So now let's go back to our virtual machine, and from here let's go back to our local machine and try the same command. So first let's clear it up, okay, clear it up and try the same command 80. Now as you can see, there is connect to my IP address, port 80 failed, connection refused. At least we have something different response now. Now it is saying that the connection refused and it is failed basically. So there's new concept over here, guys. Here the connection is going, but there is nothing to listen at that port in our virtual machine. So the connection is going, but since there was nobody to accept that connection, it has failed. So in the next video, we are going to explore on how to actually accept connections in the other ports. So we're going to learn about web servers and dive deep into what are web servers and what are the uses of it. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I hope you understood about UFW, and I hope you can do it as well. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. See you in the next part.